GiveSignup is our business that is focused on peer-to-peer fundraising events. And 2024 was a really, really big year for us in the peer-to-peer fundraising event space. And here I have 3 of these very large events that we onboarded this year. Chicago River Swim is actually, they came back for the first time. I think it was the first time people ever swam in the Chicago River. But that was a big fundraising event, like $1 million type of fundraising event on the platform. They set up a full event website, brought over a domain so that they don't have the overhead of a separate website. They were able to bring that back, and they do a lottery where people get selected and then they're able to sign up and become a fundraiser. And they have high fundraising minimum requirements, and they do an auto charge if those aren't met. Pedal the Cause came over from their own custom built solution after many years. They kind of realized that they wanted to be on a scalable SaaS platform for the long term. And this was a really, really powerful event to work with. They raised over almost $4 million, I think.
I think it was 4.5.
Yeah, they raised more this year than they had in past years. And we like to think that we helped a little bit with that. But this is an example of one of the pages. We helped them bring over past data and built out a lot of new features that came out last year that are just publicly available now. So the minimum fundraising commitments, where you can upgrade how much you raise and get incentives from those. The new custom question milestones and badges. The new fundraising umbrella teams. Those were all driven by onboarding this very large peer-to-peer customer. And it's nice to be able to see these other peer-to-peer events get to use those features. And we're just looking forward to continuing to work with them moving forward. And then Bend to the Shore is a local Philly event, and they moved over from a traditional fundraising platform. And I think what we're really seeing is that there are more and more fundraising, peer-to-peer fundraising events that realize that they need an event-specific platform for their fundraising events. And we just continue to be the right fit because we're not only free, but it's just the best event platform that's out there. And we've built out this really powerful fundraising set of features.
Yeah, at the end of the day, nonprofits need revenue. And if they can make more revenue by having an event-specific platform like ours, and that also integrates with their CRM, then that is kind of like having their cake and eat it too.
So on our product plan for GiveSignup this year, the first thing that I didn't really write about in the blog because we weren't sure how big of a feature this was going to be, but it's very, very impactful, I think. It's called Bring Back My Fundraiser. And what it's going to do is it's automatically going to populate people's fundraising pages when they sign up for the second year after they've already signed up for 1 year with the previous year's information. So that means that it'll bring over last year's picture, amount that I want to raise, and whatever other settings you want to allow fundraisers to bring back. So if you don't want this, that's fine, just disable it. But you can also choose and pick which of these things you want people to bring back. And it just makes it more efficient for people to sign up for peer-to-peer fundraising events and kind of make sure that they have like the slideshow that they had last year. It gives them a good starting point to update for this year, or it just, fast tracks and gives them a more complete looking page. The thing that we're using this to do is this new field called an external fundraising ID. And if you haven't imported one, it's just automatically being generated by our system. But one of the concerns that I hear from a lot of nonprofits is like, oh, well, this data won't work well in my CRM. And this feature is going to solve those types of problems, I think, because you can just have this one field in your CRM that's an external fundraising ID. And what we're doing is matching that year over year so that the fundraising data from last year is connected to the fundraising data from this year. And so nonprofits are just going to be able to export that fundraiser report. Or if you want to do an integration, that's fine, but you can just export that fundraising report and you have that consistent field so that like in your CRM, where you might be doing most of your work out of, you're getting all that event data and you're understanding who your fundraisers are year over year. And so it's just a very powerful project. We have fundraiser milestone notifications that are probably coming out this quarter, and those will automatically send a customized notification that your nonprofit creates when fundraisers achieve the milestones that you want to notify them for. And those will be for number of donors and the amount raised. And then the big project that we're taking on, another big project that we're taking on is fundraiser email hubs. So that's the ability for fundraisers to send emails to their past donors as well as their team members, and import their own contacts and send out different templates that the event makes available for them. And all that is going to use email v2. So it'll be a very nice new way for fundraisers to leverage email.